Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So Chris, Orville, directed by Frakes.
We're finally back to the Orville.
There were so many guest stars in this. It was ridiculous.
They brought everyone in.
Yeah, Deanna Troi, Marina Sirtis playing a school teacher. I thought that was a perfect role.
Yeah, I guess they had to get a new school teacher.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah.
Ed could date this one. Not when Frakes is on set though.
No.
You had F. Murray Abraham from Star Trek Insurrection. Played Orville. He was the the counselor chairman guy.
Yeah. Chairperson.
Yeah, chairperson. And then, we got all the admirals.
Every admiral, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like...
Even Admiral Gary Busey.
Yeah. When they were, talking, I was just like, Ted Dance is the one that seems like he's out of place. Everybody else is just like, yeah, we're from this world. Ted Dance is the way he talks, it just didn't seem to fit as much. And Tony Todd, who's, Candyman, Worf's brother, older Jake Sisko.
Yeah.
It's really cool to have all these, Trek guys, too.
This is a flagrant insult to every Moclan in this chamber. You will not allow this female to speak.
So, this episode starts out with the Orville getting a refit, getting some bigger guns to deal with that K1 threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they upgraded that pretty fast.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of upgrades for the Orville, and I kind of like that. It's just sort of nice that that's happening. We get better shields, and then later we get better weapons, and... It's not like you're playing a game and you can tell that it matters. From a narrative point of view, it doesn't matter that they got these upgrades, but it is kind of cool that it's happening.
The first season we've seen that they were outmatched a few times with krill vessels and things like that, and now you would think maybe they're not. But they always just had to find crafty ways to get around them.
Yeah.
Now they might be able to go firepower to firepower.
Maybe.
The Orville still did maneuvering and stuff when it was fighting that Moclan ship. So a couple suspicious guys, Moclans, they come aboard, got a little case on them. What's in the box, Chris?
What's in the box?
Yeah, it's a baby.
Baby. And I immediately thought Firefly.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, what's in your case, suspicious guys? Flip it open. Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah. A stasis case that, you can hold any way you want. Shake it.
Yes, don't shake the stasis case.
Yeah,
no, that's what the stasis is for. It's
yeah.
Fine. She's stationary.
Yeah.
It's good.
So they rely on their knowledge of Boötes, who's, I'm finding Boötes more and more like Worf. We already kind of know they're kind of like Klingons, but he's the best of his society, open-mindedness and everything.
Yeah. Boötes has definitely learned the lessons of the Union, and Klyden, we're seeing, has not.
Perhaps you should consider separating the male and female children.
None of the other boys have trouble getting along with the girls.
We apologize for our son's disruptive behavior. We will speak with him.
I feel bad for the actor. It's a role you love playing this kind of stuff, but I feel like he's painted as the bad guy on almost every episode, and it's just sorry.
It's got to be hard on your relationship, guys.
Yeah, the way this episode was going throughout, it's just I can't see it lasting. Somebody's gonna have to get divorced.
Yeah. I actually, going back and forth and thinking about this now, we get more and more of this heavy stuff, and we're learning that Moclans are, less and less nice people. And I'm wondering if this is going to end up coloring sort of how I perceive when they do the Boötes and Klyden Moclan comedy bits. If I saw their chain smoking the episode after this one, would it be as funny if I'm in the back of my head going, this guy's kind of an asshole? It's
Well, there's only a couple episodes left. I don't think we're going to get any more funny moments with those two.
No, maybe not.
Boötes for sure every episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Papa. I didn't mean to tell.
It is all right, Topa. We will discuss it later.
So you can't trust your own kid. Rats him out.
He said he didn't mean to.
Yeah, I didn't mean to tell Dad number 2. The sexist one that you've been giving me glares for. Yeah, we got a little teacher conference interview. Don't go pushing little girls. It's not right.
That's rude.
Yeah. Again, I thought that was just the perfect role for Marina Sirtis to come into.
Yeah.
She could just play that on a regular basis. Doesn't have to be when you really need a school teacher. Unless you're banging Kelly, you don't really need a school teacher.
No, you'd only be seeing her for Topa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, well Claire's got kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's the people with kids and stuff, but yeah. So Boötes gets in trouble for not telling Ed that they were going to Reptepsia, this little family, which never actually went there. But yeah, do you agree with Boötes' decision?
Probably. You know, they do bring up some pretty valid concerns. I have a hard time seeing like Ed and the crew objecting to them like trying to flee Moclan with their female child. So I don't know if there was that much of a risk. Well, I guess like would Ed be duty bound to report this? You know, up the chain.
I think it would put Ed in an awkward position, like everybody was in this episode, where it's just like, well, I'm gonna do this, and I might get in trouble. It could be career ending. Mm-hmm. It's just like everybody had that problem.
We're getting so many new characters next week because they've all ended their careers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Court martial's coming next week.
That's just gonna be the rest of the season. Is just one court martial at a time.
Technically, communication just wasn't working.
Yeah, no, there were some valid points raised. You know, who says it's their kid and that sort of thing.
Yeah, but they lied and they went into this magical nebula. Mm-hmm. It's very pretty.
Mm-hmm. Nice nebula.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 little planets. One of them M class. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're calling them M class in this, but
I don't think they would. But yeah, M class planet.
Yeah, habitable. 80% ocean.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Yeah. 6,000 colonists. I saw maybe 20.
Ah, that's always the way of it.
Yeah. It's a nice little village, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Havana is there.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. Little callback.
You'd think at 6,000 colonists it'd look more like a city and less like a collection of huts, but you know, you do you.
Maybe maybe you just go down a little ways and you see another one just like it.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. We want a little privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Havana gets to tell the council what she thinks. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, repeat some Dolly Parton lyrics.
Yep. Which was, that was our only joke this episode, I think. And it was good.
Voice of 1,000 warriors.
Yes. Fantastic. That was very much like, you know, Worf's insistence that prune juice was a warrior's drink. It's just like, this is the first thing you tried. Are you sure? Is it? No. This will be the sound of our revolution.
Yeah, maybe try some ska or punk and stuff.
Yeah, you want to try some, you know, Joan Jett or Iron Heart or something, some more yelling. No,
yeah,
no, Dolly Parton. All right,
makes sense. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't recognize him whatsoever, but I really enjoyed Tony Todd yelling, you know, we're gonna withdraw.
Look, Ed, I don't like it any more than you do, but the Moclans are free to defend their position.
And we must be mindful of our own prejudices as well. We cannot judge other cultures purely by human standards.
I agree.
Next, we see the Moclans kind of ignored the ceasefire, and then they attacked the ship, and they gotta deal with that. They also attacked the ground force, and that's where we learned Moclans really suck with ground combat. I know you said you didn't mind it, but I thought the Dolly Parton music kind of killed the suspense, like that anything bad would happen. The ship's flying around the Dolly Parton 9 to 5, and then on the ground, I was just like, they're just having fun. This episode wraps up with Halsey's provisional compromises and no more black market babies. Chris, final thoughts?
Yeah, this was pretty good. And the first thing that I kind of realized,
this entire season has been Boötes?
As it ended, there's a lot of Boötes, and I do kind of like the Unions, you know, sort of the way we've set up this universe where the Moclans are, you know, they're pretty questionable in their beliefs, and it sort of stresses how far the Union's willing to extend their tolerance to all cultures when they're doing things that are, you know, we consider pretty heinous. But, you know, they're also extremely advanced. We need their weapons and we need their production capacity and that sort of stuff. And it's an interesting thing to have set up in a show.
Yeah, there was definitely a little torn issue there of like Tony Todd arguing like, oh, these babies were like stolen and not given a choice. Mm-hmm. But if they had stayed, they would not be given a choice. I'm like, that's a contradiction. You're both kind of off.
Yeah.
There is a visionary Earth poet who I have recently come to cherish.
Oh boy. What?
With power and dignity, She boldly cried out.
But yeah, one thing I realized as soon as the episode ended was, aside from Dolly Parton, I don't think there were jokes in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, we're back to doing, character and, sort of intrigue and story building, universe building, and this is something that Orville is doing really well. And I dig it.
For me, I think I wrote this for the end of my notes, but this was a PC episode of pushing political agendas in this, but it didn't feel like it. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you watch a Supergirl or a Doctor Who lately, it's just you're taking me out of the fun of the sci-fi to tell me stuff it's about the world today.
That's something that's always been in sci-fi. Good sci-fi has something to say about the world we're living in. It's something that I've always felt like, but bad sci-fi is hitting you over the head with a mallet. Good sci-fi, I feel like that should be something you come into when you're sort of thinking about the episode. It's like, oh, hey, this is kind of like this, and now I have some meat to chew on. I have something to think about what was going on in the writer's head when they were making it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A recently discovered colony of Moclans is petitioning this body to be recognized as a sovereign state, entitled to all of the rights and protections afforded any member of the Planetary Union.
Yeah, having guest stars, just ridiculous amount of guest stars. I really enjoy that, even the background ones. Mm-hmm. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next week and the week after, because promise big finish.
Yeah, and I don't know how we're going to one-up the mid-season finale, but I'm excited.
Giant space battle.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see Ed's Quill girlfriend, Taylor. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping for the little hookup there.
Yeah, I think they're getting back together.
Well, mutual, you sleep with me, my fleet's yours.
Who's offering that? Who's making that up?
He's going down on the planet, and it's just be like, I'm here for your fleet.
Yeah.
You must battle this man or sleep with her.
You have a strange culture, sir.
Yes. You will come out just as bruised. Well, as always, Des, thanks for watching.
Thanks.